Hi there, I'm Kevin.
I'm Sherry.
Welcome to Logs,
Bogs, and Meadows.
Well, hello there. What do we have here? We have something that actually looks like a house. It actually has a roof structure. It actually has 2 floors. It's got, well, not everything, but it's close to a house, folks. And I'm so happy to be here on day 52. I hope you join us today so we can show you around what it looks like inside this newly framed house. Okay, let's take a walk around the front first. Start over here on the left-hand side. And this is the bedroom. And of course, this is the only part of the house right now that does not have the roofing plywood on it. It's a Saturday. They'll come back on Monday. They'll get that wrapped up. The middle part of the house, the high part of the house, yeah, we've got the roof structure on. We've got the plywood on. We've got the wrap on. We've got the ice protection on. We've got the reverse gable framed out there. And then over here on the garage side as well, we also have that roof structure in place, ready for the metal roof. Yes, we're having a metal roof on this house, folks. It's going to be nice. Okay, we're looking at the back of the house. Up top, we've got 2 openings on the second floor. Both will have 2 36-inch windows, relatively high. Down below, we've got 2 sliders on the outside in the middle part there, and a picture window in the middle. And then over on the right, behind that tree, is the opening for the master bedroom, which again is 2 double windows. Over on the left-hand side, we have the exterior door from the mudroom and the window that is also going to be in that mudroom. It's a windy day here. Walking up to the garage, the end of the garage, and it's interesting how we're doing this. I don't love it, but it was something that we needed to do to get this door in. Over here on the left-hand side, you're seeing a entry for a door, and then of course the big 16-foot wide entry opening for the garage door. And originally this house was designed to have the garage entrance on the front. We flipped it to the side. Getting that entry door in was a trick, because over here on this side, that window there is the mudroom, and there just isn't much room to get that big door in there, and then also an entry door. And we didn't want to put the entry door in the front. It would look funny. So it's what we ended up with. I'm surprised by the height of that roof system on top of that garage. The roof pitch of the house is an 812 roof pitch, which is on the steeper side, but it's much taller than I think I envisioned in my mind. And of course, it's always hard to really understand the depth, the height, the width of something until you actually build it. The drawings just don't give you the true scale. Standing in the garage right now and trying to get a perspective on the ceiling height of the garage. Now, right now this floor has stone on it. There will be about a 4-inch slab poured here sometime in the next few weeks. But as we walk up to where the entry point is, you'll notice here that we have a 2x12, and then we have the top of the concrete wall and a ledge. So the 4-inch slab will sit on this ledge, but we're going to have a good, I would say, 15 inches from where the top of that slab is to the top of the floor in the house. And what that's going to do is it's going to take a 9-foot ceiling height in the house and amplify that to be, I don't know, 10 feet and 6 inches, something like that. So it's going to be a very high garage, which I kind of like. I've never had a garage that's been that high before. And of course, you want your garage lower, and I believe there's a code relative to that, because when you're parking cars in there and there's gasoline, you don't want it at the same elevation as your house. Something could get in there, but I'm really going to enjoy having a nice high ceiling in this garage. We'll walk into the master suite from the great room, and a lot of bracing here right now. We're not we still have a lot of temporary bracing on from the framing, but try to step to the back and get a view. We also have a nice big window opening here. That's where the two 36-inch windows will go that are pretty darn close to being floor to ceiling. And then over on this side, we have the high window, which will allow us some visibility out into the forest. You can see the beautiful trees that we have that are greening up. And lastly, I'm going to try to back up here and pan up, because we do have a feature in here, and if you can see up here, we have the built into the roof trusses. We have a cathedral ceiling. So our bedroom, and this is the only room in the house, will have these nice cathedral ceilings with a peak in the middle. All right, so let's talk a little bit about our schedule, where we are, where we've been, and where we're going. Today's day 52, and as you can see, a good bit of the framing is done. It's not all done. The framing started on day 40, but even though there's 12 days from day 40 to 52, some would argue 13, and truly there is 13 days there. Only 7 of those days were actual work days for the framing crew. So I'm pretty happy with where they're at. And I think they've done a fantastic job of being productive throughout those 7 days that they've worked. And this next week is a pretty important week. It's Saturday, and on Monday they return, and they will be, installing the remainder of the roof system. Monday, Tuesday. It's a metal roof, and so hopefully by the end of the day, Tuesday, at least early Wednesday, our roof will be completed. And then our windows and doors are being delivered Tuesday or Wednesday, and they will be installed near the end of next week. So at the end of next week, we will be completely dried in, which is significant, because when you're building a house, you can't put any of the mechanical, electrical systems in until you're dried in, and we'll be dried in. So that's fantastic. So that puts us to, where will we be? Let's say today's 52. Where will we be on day 61? On day 61, the framer's going to pull off for a week. And I'm sorry, but I think I got a bug in my glasses, maybe in my nose. On day 61, the framer will be off for a week, maybe 2. We'll see. And here's what's going to happen. We're going to have the HVAC contractor come in. We're going to have the plumber come in, and we're going to have the electrician come in during that week. And what they're going to do is they're going to begin their rough-ins. All of the different infrastructure for all of those 3 trades that has to be put in the basement, in the walls, up in the ceilings, all that's going to occur during that week. Maybe that takes 2 weeks, depending on availability of their crews and materials and blah, 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 blah. But we know that, where we're sitting right now, and knowing that these 3 trades are actually going to be able to start in that week, we know that by the end of May, we're going to be in a really good spot to have our inspection for our framing, to have our inspection for our electrical rough-in, to have our inspection for our plumbing rough-in, and then also to be ready for the insulation to come. So it's very, very conceivable that by the end of May, and that'll be less than 90 days in, we will have a fully insulated house. We will have all of our inspections, and we'll be ready to start applying drywall. And that's a pretty significant deal, because I'd hoped to get this thing done in 6 months. That gives us 3 complete months to get everything else done. And I feel really good about that right now. And of course, I got to be careful. If I get a little bit too cocky, then things can go the wrong way. But at least that's the general feel I have right now. Now, as far as exterior work, during that time period in May, when the framer pulls off for that week or so, the excavator is going to come back, and he's going to continue to prepare the site, get it ready, not for final grading yet, but he's going to at least come back in and get the stone in all of the porch areas, so that the concrete contractor can come back and pour the slabs for the front porch and the back porch, and then also the garage floor slab. And then when the framer comes back on after being off for a week or two, the framer is going to build the front porch and the back porch, and they're also going to be putting on the siding. Now, when they get close to the end of their siding, we're also going to have the masonry contractor coming in to put the stone on the front of the house, not the entire front, a portion of it, and then stone on the rear of the house, around where the back patio is. So it's going to be a very busy month. A lot of people here doing a lot of different things, and I really feel like the month of May is the month that we're really going to turn the corner on this project. So that's going to be a wrap for this video, folks. I feel good about where we're at. I'm happy that you joined us today. This framing episode has been fun for me because a lot has happened over these 12 days, and I'm just happy to share it with you. And I hope you keep tuning in. I ask you to subscribe. I'll ask you to like, share, all of that stuff. You hear it all the time. I'd appreciate it as well. So if you could do that for me, that would be awesome. And at the very least, keep coming back. I'm learning something every day that I walk onto this project, and I hope that you can learn something from this as well. I don't think there are too many folks out there that really want to be their own owner/builder, and it's really something that if you embrace and you plan for it, and you have enough knowledge and skill set, you're good at communicating, good at relationship building, you can do it. And at least I'm doing it. And of course, I haven't had any major problems yet, but we'll see, So anyhow, stay tuned, keep coming back, and thank you for supporting the show.